Hi again. Today I wanted to talk about my thinking on our purpose here. What are we doing here? And again, some of this is going to require some knowledge from the first video in this series that I'm making. So you can always take a look at that. I'll link it to this video. The conclusion that I'm going to come to is really based off of this same two assumptions that John Campbell made in his Big Toast series, which is really what I'm making this series for, just some of the lessons that I learned off of reading that series. The first assumption is that there is a larger reality, and that we exist simultaneously in both this digital virtual reality and the larger reality. This is not really an assumption for me, but for other people it's going to have to be. But even so, it's not a big assumption, because there's been great minds like Einstein and David Bohm, which are just two of the many great minds that have hypothesized of a larger reality in which we exist. The second is that evolution exists. And when I'm referring to evolution, I'm not really referring to Darwinian evolution, which is more of a random method, and you really can't use that as a good example for how anything else evolves. Everything else evolves kind of in an intelligent way. That's one of the main reasons why I'm not really proponent of a Darwinian evolution. But even so, it's not really a requirement for this video, whichever way you believe. It's just basically evolution exists. You know, that things evolve, people evolve, societies evolve, technology evolves, things evolve. It's just the way things are, you know. As you are alive, you just grow and you evolve. Now, so as far as our purpose here is, you have to ask yourself, what do you take with you when you leave here? And anybody that's listened to Wayne Dyer knows that the answer to this is nothing. You know, you come into this world with nothing and you leave with nothing. But that's not exactly true. You leave this reality with nothing physical from this reality, but you do leave with something non-physical, and that's experience. So again, if you look back at the prior video, you'll see that this is a piece of what you are and is essential to your consciousness growth. And that's not really all that surprising, because that's really how we grow here on Earth as well. If you talk about like athletes, they train to try to simulate experience. Their coaches who are experienced try to download that experience into them and train them so that when they get on the field, they have an advantage. But even so, no matter how much you train, you still need experience out on the field to get better. It's the same at your work. You know, at your work, when you start a new job, you train. And if you're a rookie, you know, you train, but you still actually have to be at work and be on the job to gain that experience. You know, and again, what is experience? Experience is just information. We're just talking about information. That's all it is. So again, when you break everything down, break your whole life down, what is your life? It's just a piece of information. But this information is very valuable. It's very valuable to the growth of your overall consciousness. That's pretty much all I had to say for this video. So appreciate everybody watching, and take care.